The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
Welcome to the David Pakman Show. A lot of stuff happening. Monday, former Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis is going to be joining us on the show. Questions for him? Email them to me. I'm looking forward to that interview.
Yeah, last time it was an excellent interview.
Yeah.
I trust it'll be the same this time.
Absolutely. Also, we are streaming live on YouTube Monday through Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. I want to welcome everybody from the We Survive Bush, You'll Survive Obama Facebook page, as well, Lewis, as everybody coming here from the I Love It When I Wake Up in the Morning and Barack Obama is President Facebook page. Check out both of those Facebook pages, Lewis.
That's a long one.
Also, coming up later on the show, we finally have the edible bugs on, so we're going to test for ourselves whether insect protein is a viable protein source going forward. I think that'll be interesting.
Yes.
Let's get right into it. I have so many different clips and things to tell you about. Number one, Mitt Romney has gaffed again. It's almost daily at this point, and we've got a couple of different things to play for you. Now, first, before we actually get into the gaffe, here's just a little bit of an introduction. This is Joe Scarborough reacting in horrified fashion to Mitt Romney trying to get the crowd to chant Romney Ryan before he gaffed, okay? And this will probably give you the chills. I urge you to sit down. It is really, really, it's sad, and it's just not good. Take a look at this.
This soundbite. Mitt Romney is spending, of course, his third straight day in Ohio. President Obama heads to the state this morning. Today's New York Times is reporting that aides to Mitt Romney say the Republican candidate and running mate
Let me
Paul
skip
Ryan
ahead to
will
the key part here. Here we go.
Wow. That's quite a guy, isn't it, Paul Ryan? That's something? Wait a second. Romney Ryan, Romney Ryan, Romney Ryan. There we go. All right, that's great. Thank you.
God. Oh, sweet Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be so.
All right, so off to a bad start. You know you're getting off to a potential gaffe situation when things just don't go well from day one, okay? So then what is the gaffe today? The gaffe is this. Mitt Romney has been saying for months that President Obama has raised taxes, okay? And as evidence of that, let me just play this clip for you, which of course is what Mitt Romney has been saying for a really long time.
The president's ads saying I'm going to raise taxes on the middle class, that's patently, simply false. By the way, the president has now raised taxes on the middle class, as so determined by the Supreme Court.
Right, there you go. Okay, so for a long time he's been talking about this. And now what does he go out there and say? He says Obama now is proposing to raise taxes, which he's never done before. He hasn't done during his first term. Which is it, Mitt? He has raised taxes or he hasn't raised taxes? Now, if you're watching this, keep an eye on Paul Ryan in the background. I've analyzed this video with an electron microscope, and at the 14.2 second mark, Paul Ryan seems to kind of shake and look over to the side and say something. Now, we don't know for sure if he was stunned at what Mitt Romney was saying. It's a big coincidence if it was completely unrelated. Maybe he was saying, yeah, that's right, Romney's right on this. Watch Paul Ryan at the 14.2 second mark and listen to Mitt Romney again contradict himself directly, saying Obama hasn't raised taxes yet, but he's going to if he gets reelected. Take a look.
No, his idea now, he's got one new idea. I admit this, he has one thing he did not do in his first 4 years. He's said he's going to do in the next 4 years, which is to raise taxes. And is there anybody who thinks that raising taxes will help grow the economy? No, his plan is to continue what he has done before. The status quo has not worked. We cannot afford 4 more years of Barack Obama. We're not going.
There you go. So Mitt Romney has been saying for months that Obama has raised taxes, and then he comes out and says President Obama has not raised taxes yet, but he is going to. He is going to raise taxes. And then, of course, the campaign had to come out and clarify, saying President Obama has raised taxes on millions of middle-class Americans during his first term. Governor Romney was clearly communicating about an additional tax increase President Obama is proposing. So if everything you say has to be clarified by the campaign, you're doing something wrong, aren't you?
I can't remember the last thing the campaign did right.
So Romney says Obama did raise taxes. Then he didn't raise them. But really what he meant was that he did, and he's going to raise them even more. That makes sense, Natan. That makes sense.
Yeah, and just this whole thing about the campaign having to explain their own candidate's comments, it should be the other way around. It should be that the best person to explain the campaign's position is the candidate himself, it seems like to me.
Yeah,
Romney's incapable of presenting the positions.
We've had Paul Ryan doing damage control on Mitt Romney's comments.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.